Greetings, dear church. Pastor Laura here with an update for you. I come to you with a very hard message. Last night, your worship task force held an emergency meeting after we received the Evanston news blast saying that Evanston had seen the highest number of COVID cases since COVID began. We discussed for a long time about how to hold a Christmas Eve service safe and responsibly given this news. And ultimately, we made the very hard decision that we need to go remote for Christmas Eve and through all of January. So starting Christmas Eve and through at least the end of January, our services will be remote again. And all Grace programming and activities will need to resume to online activity or take some time off and not meet at all. Your worship task force did not take this decision lightly, I promise you. I sat there with two things weighing on me. I have never had a Christmas Eve in person as an ordained person. I've never had that. And I so long to be in a sanctuary again on Christmas Eve, holding our candles and singing Silent Night. I wanted to find a way to be there on Christmas Eve with all of you. And the other side was pulling at me that we have vulnerable people in our congregation, that we are called by our holy gospels to protect and keep safe and watch out for. And I have a vulnerable little baby at home that I could bring sickness home to. And so we took all of these realities, and ultimately, like I said, they weighed on us to not have Christmas Eve in person. But we hope that you will join us on live stream on Facebook and YouTube for this so important service. Christmas Day will also be live streamed from the sanctuary and the 26th. And all of the services thereafter. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me or anyone on the worship task force. We would be happy to talk with you about this decision. Only a select number of worship leaders will be invited to the sanctuary. We will remain masked and distanced from each other just to ensure our safety as Omicron is making its way through our community and our world. And so if you are a worship leader coming up, look for an email of your instructions of whether you're going to be invited into the sanctuary or asked to remain at home. And also, if you have a family member who has tested positive for COVID, we ask that you stay away from the Grace Building and worship leadership and other activities for 10 days from when that family member's symptoms started. We know that this information doesn't align with what the CDC is asking people to do, that we're being more cautious and strict about this, but that's what feels best and safest to us. So again, if you have a family member who has tested positive for COVID and they live in your house or you've been around them, we ask that you also quarantine yourself from the Grace community for 10 days, beginning when that family member started showing symptoms. Tonight, we have the longest night service. We have decided to hold that in person still, as it is a small group of people generally, and the service was already designed that there would be no congregational singing. So the task force decided that would be a relatively safe service to still hold. Now, there still will be the option to join us on Zoom. So please either come in person on this longest night of the year or join us on Zoom. And then we will go remote for all other services. For Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and thereafter, if you need candles or communion supplies, please let me or Marie in the office know, and we will be sure to get those to you. You can either stop by the church and pick them up, or I will be happy to deliver them to your house. You know, it's not Christmas Eve until we light those candles and sing Silent Night. And we want you to have that experience. So please let us know if you need those supplies. We will be happy to get them to you. Again, this is not the message I wanted to send to you all today. It weighs heavy on my heart as I know how important community is to us and being together, receiving the word and the sacrament. And yet, our mandate as people of faith calls us to stay home from each other and stay safe. And so I hope you will do that, and I hope that you will have a blessed Christmas season. I will see you online these coming days, and I pray that you all stay safe and healthy. Until next time, dear church, be well.